Imagine your life as a thread of time stretched between two breaths. It begins with your first inhalation and ends with your last exhalation. Everything you call human life happens within this sacred interval between the inhale and the exhale. You've probably heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At its base are the most urgent requirements: food, water, shelter, physical survival. Then comes safety, then love, self-esteem, and at the top, the long-desired self-actualization. But what if I told you that this structure, this hierarchy of what is vital, holds a deep connection with the 7 chakras? While Maslow spoke of 5 main levels, later expanded to 7, Tantra, for millennia, has taught that our vital energy flows through 7 sacred centers, each representing a stage in our inner evolution. And it all begins at the base, in the most primal instinct, in the body's most urgent desire to breathe. Because if Maslow said that nothing else matters when someone is hungry or cold, then what can be said about the absence of air? You can go days without eating, hours without water, but without breathing. You only have minutes. And here lies the point that few people realize. If breathing is the foundation of life, why were we never taught how to truly breathe? Most of us merely survive, breathing automatically, superficially, disconnected. But Tantra teaches us that breath is not just oxygen entering and leaving. It is prana. Prana is the vital force that permeates everything. It is the subtle energy that animates your body, moves the stars, and connects you to the universe. In Vedic philosophy, prana means vital breath. And wherever there is life, there is prana. What few people know is that you can learn to direct this prana. Through pranayamas, sacred breathing techniques, you begin to cleanse your energy channels. The natis start to feel your body as a vibrant temple. Notice the mind becoming still, and feel the once scattered energy rising through your spine. This is the awakening of the Kundalini. Yes, the very power that lies dormant at your base, waiting for the call, waiting for your surrender, waiting for you to return to yourself through the breath. You may feel heat, tingling, strange sensations when breathing deeply. These are signs, whispers from your energy saying, "I am here, breathe for me." In this video, we will explore together this forgotten dimension of the simple act of breathing. You'll understand how your breath directly affects your physical and mental health, how breathing correctly can shift your emotional state within minutes, how to use prana to elevate your consciousness, and how, with practice, dedication, and intention, you can activate your purest spiritual energy. At the end of the video, I'm going to teach you some practical, deep breathing exercises, ancient techniques that you can apply every day when you wake up or before going to sleep, and that will take you deep within yourself. Are you ready to rediscover the power that has always been there in each of your breaths? Then take a deep breath, feel, and come with me. The true awakening begins now. Vital energy is a fundamental concept, not only in Tantra, but in many other traditions and cultures around the world. In various traditions, such as traditional Chinese medicine, yoga, Japanese practices, and even in Polynesian and Oceanic cultures, there is a similar understanding of this primordial energy that permeates all living things. Even though each culture has its own name for it, the concept remains the same, a creative force that sustains us. The more energy we have at our disposal, the greater our ability to manifest our mental and spiritual creations. Prana not only sustains physical life, it also unlocks our creativity, our intuition, and even our power of manifestation. In fact, prana has the potential to guide us to states of spiritual clarity and inner awakening, revealing a deeper connection with our purest essence. In the study of energetic anatomy in yoga, the focus goes beyond the physical body. We explore the subtle bodies, the invisible vehicles of our vital energy. There are essentially 5 main bodies, with the physical body being the densest, and the subtle bodies becoming increasingly refined. The pranic body, for example, is subtler than the physical one, and the mental body is even more refined than the pranic. These bodies become progressively more subtle as they approach our true spiritual essence, the spirit. Prana, therefore, serves as a bridge between the physical body and the spirit, connecting us with universal energy. However, this vital connection can be weakened by bad habits, emotional or energetic blockages, whether in the physical body or the subtle bodies. Many times, due to these blockages, we are unable to fully access our spiritual potential. Without prana, there is no life in the material plane. In Hindu culture, it is believed that death occurs when prana leaves the body, rendering it inert and lifeless. Prana is the life force that flows through every cell in our body, and breath is its vehicle. Just as a well-maintained vehicle runs smoothly, our breath, when flowing freely, allows prana to circulate with ease and provide us with more energy. By breathing consciously, we can achieve a deeper connection with our spirit and optimize the energy in our system. However, prana is not only found in the air we breathe, it is present in everything around us, in natural foods, in the element of water, in the oxygen we absorb, and even in the fire of the sun's radiating energy. Each element contributes to our intake of prana. For example, the quality of the water we consume has a profound impact on our vital energy. Water that flows directly from a pure spring contains vibrational properties that revitalize our energy. In contrast, bottled or tap water may be filled with substances that block the flow of prana. There are even techniques to revitalize water, such as water molecular restructuring, the process that creates vortices to restore the water's natural energetic properties, similar to those of flowing springs. Additionally, sunlight is a powerful source of prana. When we spend time outdoors exposed to the sun, we absorb its energy through our skin and eyes. This light not only enhances our vital energy, but also regulates our circadian rhythms, improves our mood, and supports our physical and mental health. Connection with the sun and natural elements is one of the most powerful ways to revitalize our prana and optimize our physical, emotional, and spiritual health. By understanding how prana circulates through our bodies and learning to work with it through breath and conscious contact with the elements of nature, we can not only strengthen our vital energy, but also reach deep states of harmony and balance, elevating our vibration to a higher level of spiritual awakening. The air we breathe is, without a doubt, the most essential and constantly available to us. It is the life force that permeates all existence, the divine spark that animates. By breathing, we access prana, the vital energy that flows throughout our being. Through that breath, we can learn to manage and distribute this energy, revitalizing the body and raising our levels of consciousness. Pranayama, or yogic breathing techniques, teach us to move prana consciously. Through these practices, we can activate the primordial Kundalini energy, guiding us into a state of illumination or moksha, spiritual liberation. The concept of pranayama is simple. Prana means vital force, vital breath. Yama means control. Therefore, pranayama is the control of the life force, specifically through the regulation of the breath, which is the essential mechanism of how we breathe. But where exactly is prana stored, and how does it circulate in our body and energy system? There are about 72,000 teres channels that carry prana throughout our body. The word nadi literally means channel or conduit. Of these 72,000 nadis, 3 are the most important for spiritual development: Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna. Each of these channels plays a fundamental role in the balance and flow of energy within the body, and we will discuss this in more detail soon. If there are blockages in our energetic body, the nadis may not function properly, disrupting the flow of prana. When this happens, through the use of breath, we can consciously alter the flow of energy and release these blockages. That's why learning to breathe correctly is not only important during the practice of pranayamas, but should become a daily habit. Breathing properly throughout the day is essential for improving our health and raising our energy, both physically and mentally. By increasing our amount of prana, we can more directly influence the world around us. This enhances our capacity for manifestation on the physical plane. As we discussed earlier, everything is energy, and prana is the primary energy. The more energy or prana we have available, the easier it becomes to manifest our desires in the material world. The more energy, the more creative power we have to materialize our intentions. By mastering the art of managing prana, we become capable of eliminating energetic blockages, raising our vibration, and resonating at higher frequencies. This puts us in alignment with situations and people who vibrate on the same level, naturally attracting them into our lives. With more prana, we also gain greater focus and attention, essential abilities for any form of manifestation. When practicing the law of assumption, which involves living as if what we desire has already been achieved, a higher level of prana facilitates clearer visualizations, accelerating the manifestation process. Now let's understand how we can improve our prana levels and eliminate energetic blockages. The first step is to breathe properly. This begins with diaphragmatic breathing, which is the most efficient way to breathe. The diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle, separates the thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity and controls the movement of air during inhalation and exhalation. During inhalation, the diaphragm contracts and moves downward, expanding the thoracic cavity and allowing the lungs to fill. This creates negative pressure that draws air into the lungs. During exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes and moves upward, compressing the lungs and pushing the air out. From an anatomical and physiological standpoint, the diaphragm not only facilitates efficient breathing, but also plays a fundamental role in the functional division of the body's organs. It separates the organs responsible for immediate survival above the diaphragm, such as the heart and lungs, from the organs needed for long-term functions below the diaphragm, such as the liver, kidneys, stomach, and intestines. The sympathetic nervous system, responsible for our fight or flight response, prioritizes energy for the organs above the diaphragm, increasing heart rate and preparing the body for immediate action. On the other hand, the parasympathetic nervous system activates the organs below the diaphragm, promoting digestion, metabolism, and the elimination of toxins, functions essential for long-term well-being. This functional division between the organs is no coincidence. It is deeply rooted in human anatomy and physiology. The diaphragm serves as both a physical and functional barrier between these two worlds, facilitating efficient breathing and the distribution of energy in the body, according to immediate and long-term needs. Breathing also directly influences our emotional and physical state. People who breathe shallowly using only their chest tend to activate the sympathetic nervous system, which can lead to a constant state of stress and anxiety, impair digestion, and promote chronic illness. In contrast, when we breathe deeply using the diaphragm, we massage the organs below the diaphragm, such as the liver, stomach, and intestines, promoting deep relaxation and energetic balance. Therefore, the way we breathe has a direct impact on our physical, emotional, and spiritual health. By learning to breathe consciously and improving our diaphragmatic breathing, we can optimize the flow of prana in our bodies, unblock our energy, and raise our vibration, bringing more harmony and manifestation power into our lives. Diaphragmatic breathing goes beyond simply increasing lung oxygenation. It plays a key role in many physiological processes essential for the health of both body and mind. Through this technique, we are able to massage the lower regions of our body, such as the liver, kidneys, and intestines, promoting better blood circulation and stimulating the lymphatic system, which is vital to our immune function. This type of breathing activates a calming effect on the nervous system and helps to balance our internal energy. When we practice diaphragmatic breathing, the sympathetic nervous system slows down, while the parasympathetic system, responsible for rest and recovery, is stimulated. This signals to the brain that we are safe, reducing anxiety and improving mental clarity. With conscious breathing, we can increase focus, reduce stress, and raise our prana levels, making it easier to access higher states of consciousness. To check if you're breathing properly, place one hand on the lower abdomen and the other on your chest. If you're doing it correctly, you'll feel your belly expand as you inhale, while your chest remains still. Lying on your back also helps facilitate this process and allows you to better focus on the breath. With practice, this technique becomes automatic and integrates naturally into your daily life, enhancing your well-being, health, and energy levels. Now that we've emphasized the importance of diaphragmatic breathing, we can explore more advanced techniques to raise our internal energy, such as pranayamas. To do this, it is essential to understand the role of the nadis, the energy channels in our body. There are three main nadis: Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna. Ida, associated with feminine energy, runs along the left side of the spine. It regulates mental and emotional functions, and is connected to the moon, representing cooling and calmness. Pingala, on the other hand, represents masculine energy and runs along the right side of the spinal column. It is associated with the sun and heat, regulating vital functions and the body's dynamic energy. Sushumna, the central nadi, runs directly along the spinal cord and is the main energy channel. It is essential for the awakening of Kundalini, the latent creative energy in the Muladhara chakra at the base of the spine, which ignites through Sushumna, leading to the opening of the higher chakras and spiritual awakening. These nadis do not operate in isolation. Ida and Pingala intertwine as they connect with the nostrils. When breathing is dominant on one side, the energy flows through the corresponding nadi. When the breath is stronger through the left nostril, Ida energy predominates, bringing a state of rest, calm, and introspection. But it may also lead to drowsiness or sadness. When the breath is dominant through the right nostril, Pingala energy is activated, stimulating action, but potentially causing stress and anxiety. Balance between the two nadis through alternate nostril breathing allows for a harmonious flow of prana, facilitating the movement of energy through Sushumna. When Sushumna predominates, breath flows evenly through both nostrils, creating a state of calm and fullness, where we feel more connected to our divine essence and to the universal energy. The activation of Kundalini happens when this creative energy rises through Sushumna, opening the higher chakras and facilitating spiritual awakening. This process is supported by breathing and meditation practices that help guide the energy along the spine to the Sahasrara chakra, the crown, where enlightenment can occur. Yes, conscious breathing combined with the knowledge of prana flow through the nadis not only improves our physical and mental health, but also gives us access to higher states of consciousness, leading us to spiritual awakening and the realization of our divine potential. Breath is a powerful tool, not only for physical health, but also for our spiritual journey. By practicing techniques like Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, we can balance both sides of our body and mind, promoting a sense of calm and well-being. This simple yet profoundly transformative technique can be incorporated into our daily practice to harmonize the energy within. Nadi Shodhana helps clear the Ida and Pingala channels, allowing prana to flow freely along the spine and activate the central channel, Sushumna. This facilitates the awakening of Kundalini, raising our energy to higher states of consciousness. Balanced prana flow leads to the activation of the Ajna chakra, the third eye, which amplifies our intuition and leads us to an understanding beyond the sensory world. How to practice Nadi Shodhana. Sit comfortably with your spine straight. Use your thumb and ring finger to alternately block the nostrils. Inhale through the left nostril while blocking the right for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale through the left nostril for 4 seconds. Hold again for 4 seconds. Repeat this process, alternating nostrils, for about 3 to 5 minutes. This cycle helps balance the energy channels, promoting mental calm and spiritual alignment. By balancing Ida and Pingala, the energy flow is optimized, allowing prana to rise through Sushumna, activating the higher chakras. To intensify the flow of prana through the central channel, another breathing technique can be practiced. Inhale through your nose for 8 seconds, feeling the air fill your body. Hold your breath for 3 seconds while visualizing prana rising from the Muladhara chakra up to the Ajna chakra, the third eye. Exhale and visualize that prana being redirected to your heart, expanding throughout your body, bringing a sense of joy and abundance. Complete breathing is essential during this practice, as it involves using the entire respiratory system. Start with the abdomen, then fill the lower lungs, the chest, and finally the collarbones. This full expansion allows prana to move through the entire body, unblocking areas of stagnation and facilitating the ascent of Kundalini energy. You can also use this practice to incorporate positive affirmations during the breath. Affirmations such as, "I love myself, I trust myself, I honor myself" can be repeated during the inhalation, hand directed toward the Ajna chakra. During the exhalation, the energy and intention are directed to the heart, expanding love and connection with the higher self. Meditation. After the practice, after performing the breathing exercise, it is recommended to meditate to integrate the elevated energies. These practices not only balance your emotions but also connect you with your deepest essence, promoting a state of inner peace and harmony. Consistency is key. With daily practice, these exercises become natural and accessible, allowing you to awaken the full potential of your being and align your energy with the divine. If you have difficulty with the techniques, don't hesitate to return to the video and practice again until you feel confident in the process. If this content resonated with you, leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications. Share it with those who could also benefit from this journey of transformation. Your support is essential to the growth of this space. Thank you for staying with us until the end, and see you in the next video. Now, as we reach the conclusion of this revealing expedition, I want to express my deepest gratitude to you who stayed with us this far. Your dedication and curiosity are the fuel that motivates us to explore, demystify, and share these intriguing insights. I want to share something special with you. As a fan of the Higher Self channel, you're about to embark on a unique journey of self-discovery and mental reprogramming. I present to you the Map of the Higher Self, a revolutionary ebook that will redefine your mental reality. As the creator of this content and the leader of the Higher Self channel, I share with you my deepest experiences and valuable lessons. Each chapter of this ebook is a reflection of my journey, filled with practical lessons that I have lived and transformed into wisdom. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your life. Click the pinned comment link and begin your journey toward our self-knowledge and positivity today. Imagine yourself for a moment as one of the ancient explorers who ventured into unknown territories, guided only by the flame of curiosity and the thirst for knowledge. Each piece of information, each symbol deciphered, is like a map that takes us deeper into the labyrinth of the unknown. And just like those explorers, you too are now a little closer to the truth, carrying with you a new understanding of the forces that shape our world. Your presence up to this point is not just a personal achievement, but a valuable contribution to a vibrant community of curious and knowledge-driven individuals. Every view, every comment, every like is a step we take together toward a deeper and more collective understanding. You are not just a viewer, you are a partner on this journey of discovery. So as we close this chapter, I invite you to reflect on today's insights and prepare for the next steps. Let's continue unveiling secrets, questioning established truths, and exploring the mysteries that surround us. Your participation is essential, not only for the growth of this channel, but for the expansion of our shared horizon of knowledge. Until the next discovery. And remember, true power lies in questioning and understanding what is beyond the visible. And before you go, don't miss these 2 videos I've selected especially for you. They're filled with deep insights and fascinating discoveries that you're going to love. Click on one of them and continue your journey of self-knowledge and pursuit of wisdom with the amazing content our channel has to offer.